Welcome to the Career Ladder video for Level 2 through 4 reviewers. This video will walk you through the process of approving or denying Career Ladder promotions. Let's answer a few questions before we get started. What job titles are part of the MMS Career Ladder module? Intermediate and Senior Maintenance Workers, Intermediate and Senior Bridge Maintenance Workers, Intermediate and Senior Signal and Lighting Technicians are all currently in MMS. How are the reviewers determined? In most cases, the supervisor is the first level reviewer. The only time that will be different if there is no supervisor for that org, then it will be assigned to assistant supervisor. HR also has the ability to assign someone else to level 1 through 4 reviewer. This may be necessary if someone is out on extended medical leave, for example. How many levels of review are there? By default, there are 3 levels of review, and then it goes to HR for the final review. The supervisory structure in each district will determine who does the level 1 through 3 reviews. Now that we have answered some initial questions, let's step through the level 2 through 4 review process. On the Ladder License Leave landing page, you'll notice messages in your queue with specifics on the alerts for all levels of review. Now let's do a quick overview of the Career Ladder grid. This grid is very similar to other grids within MMS. All columns can be sorted and filtered. We can add customized columns by clicking on the Customize Columns button, simply dragging an extra column into the grid and placing it where you want. You can search for an employee's name by typing into this box. Another thing to notice is there's only one employee in this grid. An employee shows up in this grid by being 2 months away from their promotion eligibility date. Click the Show All button to see all employees in these Career Ladder titles regardless of their promotion eligibility date. You can export the grid to PDF or Excel. To look at another employee's Career Ladder, click on the box beside the employee's name. You'll notice this activates the View and Report Form button. Click the Report Form button and it will give you a PDF version that can be printed if needed. Once the box is selected by the employee's name, click the View button to load the employee's Career Ladder checklist. The level 2 through 4 reviewers are responsible for checking over the checklist and make sure they support the recommendation for promotion. The top portion of the Career Ladder promotion checklist is filled out by the system. The system fills in the employee's name, district, years of service, and all information specific to that employee. Note, the reevaluation date is not populated on this example. That reevaluation date will be populated when an employee has had a disciplinary action. The system will populate that date to be 1 year from the last disciplinary action date. HR can also enter a reevaluation date for other reasons. For example, an employee is out on extended military leave or on FMLA. It's the level 1 reviewer's responsibility to go through each section and make sure that the employee meets all required qualifications. Level 2 through 4 really just need to review each section and to make sure that they agree that each requirement has been met. Job title minimum requirements. CDL information is filled out by the system. We get that information directly from the Department of Revenue. It also checks for restrictions and endorsements to make sure all requirements are met. A supervisor can enter substitution or waiver if they choose, but that will have to be approved by HR. They can also add course requirements if they choose, just by clicking on this button and then saving. This functionality is available in each of the sections. Job title, knowledge, skill, and abilities. Simply go through each requirement and make sure that you agree that it has been met. The third section, training and performance development, is partly filled out by the system and the remaining is completed by the level 1 reviewer. Disciplinary action is filled out by the system. The system looks at the HR database for any disciplinary action above a written warning in the past 12 months. If there has been one, the system will automatically set the reevaluation date to be 12 months from disciplinary action date. This cannot be changed on the checklist. The system automatically checks Mo.U for the required trainings and fills out this section. Reviewers cannot check or uncheck any training requirements with a Mo.U course code. The next section is organizational support and leadership. These are filled out by the Level 1 reviewer. In the last section is the position of group-specific knowledge, skills, and abilities. This is a combination of requirements that could be selected by the user or filled in by the system. 6 courses for intermediates and 12 for seniors must be completed to be eligible for promotion. You'll notice a minimum of 12 are required for this senior career ladder checklist. The courses that have a course number and a completion date are filled in by the system. The others can be filled out by the reviewer. So if it has a course number in front, a user cannot select those, but the system will check and populate those training courses. The promotion process can be initiated by the employee or supervisor once they're within 2 months of their promotion eligibility date. The employee does not have to, but it is recommended that they take responsibility for their promotion by checking in frequently to make sure all the requirements have been met. The level 2 through 4 can enter comments before they certify a checklist. You must check the certify box before approving or denying a promotion. It is important to note that all level reviewers, as well as the employee, can see all comments. Please help to ensure comments are professional in nature. The system will assign the next reviewer once you approve. The system also generates an email to that reviewer and copies the district HR team. If you deny a checklist, it automatically gets assigned to HR. It skips all the other levels of review. It is important to note that a level 4 review has to be assigned by the district HR team. The system only requires 3 levels of review. Please contact your local HR office if you have any questions about the process.